Good evening, Gemini. Welcome to Spirit Nine Incorporated. It's a pleasure to have you back with me this evening. I am recording this new moon that we just had in Aquarius, on the 1st of February. On the 5th of February, 2022, this forecast is reflecting back to the last half of January with a full moon in Cancer, which fell in at 27 degrees, and it will be delving into the new moon of Aquarius, which just fell for us on the 1st of February 2022. And this forecast then therefore will be balanced out with a few cards from the Animal Spirit Oracle deck to take a look at your recent, past, and forthcoming energies that you Geminians have been delving into, and we'll get some clarification with the Rider-Waite Tarot deck, and we'll pull one card from the Enchanted Map Oracle deck at the end of your forecast. So this being said, I wish to reflect back, if I may, for a moment, to the full moon in Cancer that we just had recently on the 17th of January, and those energies have still been playing out, and they did trickle into this new moon that we just had in Aquarius. So for you, Gemini, the full moon on January 17th that fell in Cancer at 27 degrees was actually falling in your 8th house, if I'm not mistaken. I beg your pardon. It fell into your 2nd house. I beg your pardon. The 8th and the 2nd is very much related to finances. I apologize for the confusion. So the full moon in Cancer at 27 degrees, Gemini, fell in your 2nd house. It was conjunct Pluto, which is the planet of transformation, in your 8th house. So the 2nd and the 8th have very much to do with, delving deep into the realms of arenas with respect to investments, money, relationships, and how those areas, as well as how those areas with other people, are associated in these particular arenas. The 2nd and the 8th house is very much associated with finances and investments. The 2nd house is also indicative of your self-worth, and the 8th house is very much delving into your most deepest parts of yourself, and reviewing that which you wish to release that hasn't been good for you or unhealthy for you, and allowing a transformation to unfold. And again, these two houses, how they're conjoining with this conjunction from that full moon in Cancer on the 17th of January, very much has to do with you transforming these particular areas of money, investment, and how they're associated with not only your relationship to yourself, Gemini, but how that relates to other people as well. So very prominent information with respect to resources, money, and or investments. Now, Uranus, the planet of the universe, and the planet of, considered the Great Awakener, because it is the planet of the universe, on the 19th of January, moved direct in your 12th house, Gemini. And this transit has been, requiring you to really make positive transitions in the aforementioned, of which I just, reflected back to with respect to money and investments. And not only that, but the relationship that you're having with this financial arena in association with your professional arena, because with Uranus in Taurus has to do with work and earthly things, earthly matters. And for you, Gemini, I believe that you've been going through not only great transformations in this arena, but it's allowed you actually to release the negative, or any negative scripts that you've had of the past, that may have hindered you in your desire to build healthier foundations for yourself. So I think that's been really positive for you. Definitely Uranus has been asking you to do this, to release the old so that the new can come in, because when we're building and or rebuilding arenas of our lives, and for you, Gemini, this has to do with your resources and investments with those resources, be that in your personal life or your professional life. Uranus comes in and helps you make those changes. Oftentimes they don't feel very comfortable, but ultimately it's for one's highest and best good. And I'm feeling instinctively that a lot of you Geminians have been feeling those changes. And I'm hoping that most of you, if not all of you, have allowed those changes to unfold, because ultimately it's for your highest and best good, so that you can build new foundations for yourself in the areas of work, or perhaps a career for some of you, or a career change for some of you, and how that relates to your personal life with respect to your foundation in your home. So it's actually very beautiful transits. They're heavy transits, but they are freeing, and they're liberating in many ways, because it allows you, once these changes are allowed to unfold, it allows you to have a blank canvas where you can, paint a whole new vision for yourself with respect to work, with respect to a career, or whatever arena this area of finances and investments falls in for you, Gemini. Pardon me. Now, moving forward, and these energies still at play, we're moving forward with this new moon that just happened on the 1st of February in Aquarius at 12 degrees. And for you, Gemini, this fell in your 9th house of higher learning. And I can see how that's very much associated with this past transit that we just had in Cancer that's still actually playing out. The energies are still playing out and networking into this new moon of Aquarius, where you're not only delving into higher learning, perhaps for some of you spiritual philosophy, there's a reviewing of deep within, what is your faith, and how are you taking active action with your faith in co-creating this new canvas that you're currently painting in your professional arena with respect to finances and resources and or investments. Again, for some of you, this could be playing out with respect to a new position for yourself, new employment. With Mars currently in your 8th house, where this new moon has now been transiting in your 9th house, and how that's connecting with your 8th house of, continuing to look deep within yourself. There's a beautiful sextile, and sextiles are considered very promising and positive with the planet Jupiter, which is the great benefic planet in your 10th house, which is associated again with career. So I can see very much how this recent transit from the last half of January, and how it's energetically flowing into this new moon of Aquarius at 12 degrees with the sextile of Jupiter in your 10th house of career. You're being very much supported, Gemini, in having a completely new beginning. So these are very beautiful transits. Moving forward, how this can also play out is as you're looking deep within, you're expanding your education. For some of you, you may be going back to school, or perhaps for those of you that are not, quote unquote, a student per se, you still may be becoming a student in developing a new arena of employment for yourself, where you would have to learn, the new skills that are associated with that new position. And or for those of you that are returning to, the realm of education, as far as the education as an institution is concerned, whether it's online or whether it's through a college and or university, the transit is very supportive for you, again, to be moving forward into transforming in a new arena for yourself with respect to employment, learning new skills through further education, creating or perhaps delving into a new career field as well. So Uranus, the planet of the universe and the planet of being the great awakener and sudden change and surprise, is currently touring your 12th house and has been since 2018, Gemini. And again, it's very much focusing on you reflecting on your spiritual arena and what you believe in spiritually, and how that faith within your spirituality is not only upholding you, but providing you the fuel that you require to take the necessary action to make the positive changes in a career endeavor for yourself, and or an employment endeavor, and or an educational endeavor, spiritual and or otherwise, to expand upon. Some of you could be becoming, teachers, working with spiritual counselors, as well as perhaps delving further just into personal education for yourself with respect to the spiritual realm. So these are really positive and beautiful energies. The energies could also be playing out with respect to your resources, and how perhaps some of you wanting to pursue your education has been difficult because of a lack of resources. But it appears as though a lot of you are finding the avenue of support even in this arena. So again, very beautiful transits, very much having to do with finances and investments, and how that's unfolding in a new way for you, Geminians, with respect to a new position for yourself employment wise, and or a career change, and or educating yourself further in your current career, and or perhaps delving into a completely new career for yourself, and investments. So you're investing very much in yourself, and that's what the 8th house, the 2nd house, as well as the 9th house of spirituality, has been very much having you look at. And again, very beautiful to see, Gemini. Now, this being said, let's just take a quick peek, if I may, at the recent, current, and forthcoming energies that a lot of you Dominions have been energetically working with. The last half of January, as well as the first half of February 2022. We'll get some details with the Rider-Waite Tarot on these energies, and we'll close out the forecast with one card from the Enchanted Map Oracle deck. Thank you to all of you Geminis for your patience. Thank you to each of you that are tuning in with Spirit 9 Incorporated. It is deeply appreciated. And a tremendous thank you to those of you that have been kindly subscribing, liking, and sharing my channel. It has helped it to grow, and I'm deeply appreciative. So Gemini, let's take a look at your energies for the last half of January, first half of February 2022. I do hope that the new year has unfolded in a positive, blessed, and peaceful fashion for all of you. And I wish you all tremendous blessings in 2022. All right. Let's take a look, Gemini. Gemini. What's been happening? Energy spread for Gemini 2022 for the last half of January, first half of February 2022. All right, Geminis. First card out, Gemini, for your most recent past energies. Beautiful. We have the Flamingo Spirit, the numerical number of 26, reducing to an 8. 8 has very much to do, numerically speaking, as the symbol of resources, money, finances, which is what we were just astrologically speaking of. Very much you are transforming in as of the 2022, as it has unfolded for you, and you are continuing to do so, Gemini. And this card is in the upright, this energy, and it's suggesting that you embrace the in-between. And what that is with reference to is the releasing and or the integrating of the past into your new beginning, Gemini. A lot of you Geminians have been, slowly but surely releasing the past arenas that have not been healthy for you to stay stuck in. You've been working on moving yourself out of those arenas because they have not served you, and you are looking to the future. Some of you Geminis are still in the throes of making this transition, which is that deep transformation I was referring to with respect to the second and the eighth house and the ninth house and how they're connected for you Geminians in particular at this time, with the energies involved with finances and employment. And a lot of you Geminians are making a very smooth transition from the past that has not served you into a new beginning for yourself. And this is what the swan spirit is indicative of. And you have the support of Uranus, the universe in making these transitions, and you're wanting to do so smoothly. A lot of you have been doing slowly, but we also had a lot of planets retrograde in January, including the planet Mercury, which did move direct as of the 3rd of February. So it's still in its shadow phase at this time. But I would suggest from today, the 5th, and or even tomorrow, the 6th, moving forward, Geminis, moving into your new beginning will be perhaps a lot easier, and connecting deeper to your inner flow will be easier as well. Beautiful positive energies, Gemini. Current energies, we have the bee spirit, and the bee spirit speaks of, a lot of you Geminians are awaiting that sweet result, and that would make sense considering that you've been going through some major transformations with respect to finding and or enveloping a new employment arena for yourselves, for those of you that are making changes with your employment and or a career endeavor, and how finances would be associated with that. And perhaps some of you Geminians, I just felt instinctively would be in a position to obtain, a loan and or student loan to help you move forward into a new beginning, beautifully supported. And some of you are just still feeling the delays of the planets being retrograde, Mercury being one of them, having just moved forward on the 3rd, as this energy would indicate in the reverse. But you are moving forward. It's still slow going, but you are moving forward. And that's the beautiful energies of, your sweet results are coming in. You're just needing to stay focused, nose to the grindstone type of energy, and a very good time to still finish up some research with perhaps a new position you'd like to obtain for yourself. Some of you are awaiting a reply for positions that you have applied for, and they're just delayed, but they will be coming in, Gemini. And, again, a lot of you are looking to make complete changes with a career endeavor for yourself to enhance, your financial portfolio and your income stream to be, healthier than perhaps what it was in the past for you. So these are still very beautiful energies, Gemini. In your current energies forthcoming, we're having the frog spirit. It did come up in the reverse. This is what it looks like in the upright. I do hope you can see it. But the frog spirit speaks of, clearing up the clutter. The 28 reduces to a 10, which is the numerical number and symbolic meaning of completion. Now, the frog spirit did come up in the reverse with this energy, and that's again indicating that a lot of you are still needing to clear out the clutter of the past that has hindered you, that hasn't served you, that has kept you stuck. You're wanting to clear out the clutter, and for some of you that's been difficult to do, but it is suggested that it would be healthier for you to do, because once you do that, you can take that leap forward, Gemini, and create those new beginnings you wish to create for yourself. So, this energy in the reverse is simply indicating that for some of you it's been a little bit slow going, and that could have to do with a lack of resources, and certainly we have all been experiencing that, particularly since 2008. But certainly, the last 3 years has not been, or particularly since 2018 has not been an easy time either, because we've had Uranus, the planet sudden change and revolution and rebelliousness in its lower octave, and yet in its higher octave, the Great Awakener, being in conflict with Saturn in Aquarius. And both of these planets actually rule Aquarius, Saturn being the traditional, Uranus being the modern ruler of Aquarius. But they have been in conflict since 2018 in the skies. And of course, when that happens, we are affected here on Earth. So, Gemini, don't be hard on yourself. Yes, clear away that which needs to be cleared away from the past so that you can have a fresh new beginning as this new year has commenced. In the last 40 days, but know that every day is a new beginning. And so it's not too late to start clearing out the clutter. Release that which hasn't served you. And that's what this energy is definitely verifying, Gemini. Let completion come in so that you can move forward in a healthy fashion in the areas that I've mentioned astrologically, in the aforementioned, with money and investments and how that is associated perhaps with others in your life. And move forward in a healthier fashion, to not take the negative energies of the past with you. That's very much what this is referring to. They're beautiful energies. It's just that for some of you Geminians, it's been slow going, and that certainly, was the energy for January, which is just, trickling away now as we have come into February. And So be gentle on yourself. Don't be hard on yourself. If things are delayed, or you're waiting on replies for new positions and they perhaps been delayed, they are coming. It's allowing you, this time of delay is allowing you, as these energies are indicating, to clear away that which hasn't served you, releasing the past, releasing the negative energies, understanding that the divine's timing is what's for our highest and best good. Even though we may be frustrated with perhaps the slowness of it, this time is what is allowing you to continue to clear away the clutter so that you're ready for when the new beginning unfolds for you. Excuse me. Clarifying these energies of your most recent past energies of the Flamingo Spirit, Gemini, for last half of January 2022 into the first half of February 2022. 2022 is a year of forward movement. 2022 reduces to the number 6, and 6 is numerically symbolic of forward movement. 6 is also with reference to the 6th house, employment, balance, very much indicative. And being that we are in the age of Aquarius, with Saturn in Aquarius, and Uranus having just recently moved direct, on the 19th of January, which is wonderful because it allows us to make those changes with our intuition. And where we're having difficulty, Uranus will help us, push us forward to make those changes that are better for us, for employment and or career and or investments, as is the case with these transits currently in your 2nd, 8th, and 9th house, Gemini. So this is definitely a beautiful year for forward movement, balance, and healthy resolve for a new beginning. So, take the positive energies, flow with them, and allow them to move you forward, by releasing that which is of the past that hasn't served you. So this is very, very important to remember. And to know that delays are there because they are needed to prepare you to continue to release that which hasn't served you from the past. Let it go. Leave it where it belongs in the past. Don't take those energies with you into the forthcoming offing. And then when you're ready and you feel instinctively strong, you will feel the energies of that push forward, and your replies will start to come in. The energies will shift as you shift your energies. That's the key here. Shifting one's energies is the key to shifting the energies within their environment. And that's what is to be focused on, Gemini, for a new beginning for yourself. Very, very important. This being said, let's take a look for some clarification on your most recent past energies of the flamingo spirit, Gemini. Gemini. All right. First card out, Gemini, we have the Four of Cups. And the Four of Cups came up in the reverse in your most recent past energies. A lot of you Geminians have already moved out of this energy. I'm feeling instinctively. The Four of Cups has to do with, feeling a lack within yourself. Even, feeling a lack of support, perhaps, that you were hoping to have received from another energy in your life, personally or professionally, but also the lack of support that you've given yourself. And, that can happen when we're going through, times of anxiety. It's not unnatural, so don't feel singled out. But the reminder here is to embrace the in-between. Let the past be in the past so that you can move forward, and understand the delays for some of you that are still playing out with respect to those energies of releasing, the past and being allowed to move into the new beginnings, are delayed for your highest and best good. This is a time of preparation. This is that deep dive in the 8th house with this energy in the reverse. It's been very challenging. And that is what the 8th house can also, how it can play out energetically speaking. It can be very challenging because we are forced to look at ourselves and release that which has been unhealthy for us, whether, we have somehow, taken that over from another time in our life into our current energies or not. The message is to let it go, transform it, recycle it, and take that deep transformation and make it work for you. That's what this energy is with reference to. Clarifying the Four of Cups in reverse, we have the Three of Swords in the upright. And yes, for a lot of you Geminians, perhaps in your personal arena and or your professional arena, in your most recent past energies, have felt, very like stabbed in the heart, even in, for some of you, how this is reflecting to, your personal relationships. You've just felt very saddened and or disappointed. But again, you can turn these energies around. These are from the past. So remember that. These energies are from the past. The past meaning the last 3 years, the last 6 months, the last 2 weeks. Energies are fluid. They're not linear. So these energies could have been, stemming back to even November of last year or December. But however this energy feels for you, it's important to embrace the transformation, even when it feels uncomfortable, so that you're able to release it and not keep on carrying this pain in your heart, as the Three of Swords indicates. In so doing, you're wanting those sweet results. A lot of you are still awaiting them, and they are coming. They're just simply delayed because a lot of you Geminians are still going through, letting go. And when you do, you have the Five of Swords here. This is a lot of, mental battle within yourself, not understanding why it's been so difficult, not knowing what happened. But you see the sun is rising here. The sun is rising. And you have the beautiful universal spirit of light wanting to fill your crown chakra, Geminis. 5, the numerical number, is the number of change. And what you're wanting to do, and a lot of you have already done, see these swords that are laying down? You're laying down the swords, which is symbolic of laying down the battle within your mind. Swords are indicative of air energy, and air has to do with the element of the mental anxieties that we put ourselves through when we're going through challenging times. And a lot of you are in the throes of releasing those energies by putting those anxieties down and not wanting to battle with anyone here. See these energies here, they're not looking to battle either. And neither are you. You know, you're still, a lot of you are still feeling very guarded, but it's important to release these energies because they are holding you back, Gemini, from clearing out the clutter in your current energies to be able to move forward. This is indicative of past energies that you still need to release that haven't been good for you. And it's a reminder to do so. As this energy is in the upright, it's a reminder to let the past go. It hasn't served you, so why take it with you? That's the important message there. Moving forward, to clarify the Five of Swords, we have the Judgment in reverse. And this is suggesting to me, when this energy is in the reverse, that, a lot of you Geminians are feeling that, or perhaps some of you, for those of you that are resonating thus far with this forecast, are just feeling, betrayed. Some of you have betrayed yourself, and you're being very hard on yourself. Some of you have felt betrayed by, past energies, and are feeling that is, the fundamental reason why you've been having such anxiety, and perhaps that has been the case. But the important reminder here, Gemini, with these energies, is to let it go. Let it go, because there are some things that we have the ability to change, and there are some things that we don't. And ultimately, this is Uranus coming in. This is the planet of Uranus, the sudden surprise, pushing you to move forward. And for those of you that have resisted, it's been a difficult transition. The key to working with Uranus is flowing with that planet. And that is connecting then, therefore, with the universe. And that would be delving into that 8th house that I mentioned astrologically earlier, and allowing the transformations and the transitions to unfold as the universe feels for your highest and best good, ultimately for your highest and best good, of reminding you that you have great potential to do great things. And in order to achieve that, you need to let go of that which hasn't been great for you, which is the past. However that resonates for you, Gemini, if that's personally or professionally or both. The key is to let it go. And to try very much so to not be not only judgmental on yourself, but judgmental on others. For some of you Geminians, you're releasing that judgment, which is that, 8th house transformation. You're wanting to turn this around to be positive, by letting go of the judgments of the self and or towards others. And perhaps some of you have felt from others towards you. But ultimately, the message is, by letting go, you are allowed new energies to move you forward. And that is the message with these energies, Gemini. And in so doing, for your current energies, you take that into your current energies. Even if it's been slow going, that's okay. The important thing is that you move forward one step at a time. That's the important message. And you continue to clear out the clutter, the negativity, the naysayers, the anxieties of the past. Continue to clear that clutter out, the judgments. Let it go. Let it all go. Not easy to do, but it is doable. It's a decision. You can decide to hang on to it and take it with you, and that's just going to keep you stuck. And there's nothing good that comes from that. Change the script for your life, personally and or professionally, and you will see how the universe supports that and is already pushing you to do that, Gemini. And that holds true for all of the zodiacs, because we're all feeling it in different areas of our life. And for you, Gemini, it happens to be affecting right now your 8th, 2nd, and 9th house, which is the house of, the 9th house has to do with spiritual higher learning and educating yourself further for new endeavors or new arenas of employment and or career. Perhaps even some of you becoming a teacher or being taught, as education would infer. And, clearing out the negative energies of the 8th and the 2nd house, where finances have been lacking, and reinvesting in yourself in a healthy way. And the way to do that is by clearing out the clutter, clearing out the past. And in so doing, clarifying that frog spirit, we have the Hangman. Now the Hangman is in the upright, and this major arcana would be indicative of the 12th house, because it's the Roman numeral of 12. And this is you, Geminians, continuing to heal from within, utilizing the higher elevated consciousness that the 12th house, which is the house of spirituality as well, connecting with the 9th house, is asking of you to do so. That's Uranus. And in connecting with your higher elevation, you become unstuck, which allows you to clear out the clutter. That's how I'm picking this up intuitively. It's a very deep forecast. Won't resonate for all of you. Take what does and what doesn't leave behind, but what does resonate for you, Geminians, use it as a helpful guide to continue to move forward in this beautiful, elevated consciousness, allowing the spiritual council to help you to let the past go by clearing out the clutter so that you can freely move forward into your new beginnings, creating a whole new canvas for your life. You have a blank canvas then, and can create that new position for yourself, those new resources for yourself, a healthier stream of income, perhaps with a new employment opportunity forthcoming. Focus on those beautiful new arenas. And the way to do that is to clear out the past. Clarifying the Hangman, Gemini, we have the Three of Pentacles, beautiful in the upright. Here you are, Gemini, chiseling away at your canvas, creating a whole new canvas of a new beginning in your professional arena. Pentacles are indicative of finances. They are indicative of that which is tangible, investments, resources, new beginnings with respect to money. Beautiful. And you are completely rebuilding for those of you Geminians that are resonating with this. And you're chiseling away. Here you are with your chisel, and you are creating a whole new vision, a whole new storyline for a whole new beginning. Beautiful way to close out this forecast. Beautiful, beautiful energies. And this is a really good time to be doing that, because with this new moon in Aquarius that we just had at 12 degrees, Gemini, this is the time to set those new intentions. Let the past go, clearing out the clutter, letting the past go, elevating yourself in higher consciousness, as this major arcana is suggesting. And in so doing, here you are, a lot of you Geminians are creating your whole new canvas, your whole new beginning, to bring in a beautiful new stream of income. Beautiful. You're chiseling away. And that's the important message here, is that a lot of you have finally been able to let the past go. And for some of you, it's been long going. Some of you, it's been since 2018, but you've done it. And a lot of you that are still in the throes of coming into this, you will get to this point. And this is the time to do it because of this new moon in Aquarius. It's a very powerful new moon of setting new intentions and doing the work now, so that when we hit that full moon in Leo on the 17th of January, perhaps a lot of you Geminians will see the fruits of your labor. Beautiful, beautiful energies. Now to close out this forecast, I'm going to choose one card from the Enchanted Map Oracle. Beautiful forecast, Gemini. Yes, it's heavy, but you know what? It's been heavy for every zodiac sign. I don't think there's been one zodiac sign, in the last, since 2018 in particular, that's been having an easy time of things. And if they have, it's been temporary, because there is universal change happening for all of us in the areas of our lives of which the energies are falling into, planetarily speaking. And it's ultimately for our highest and best good, because we are in the age of Aquarius. It is being asked that we become our authentic self, not who we were last week or 6 months ago or 2 years ago or 13 years ago, but who are we today? That is what Uranus transit since 2018 has been asking of all of us to become is our authentic self, and to blossom our innate talent, skills, and abilities to move us forward, to be aligned with who we are. Because when we're aligned with who we are a success, and we're happy. That's important, you know. That's exactly what's been unfolding, energetically speaking, with respect to the weather pattern of the planets. There's absolutely no denying it. And where we fight that is where we have challenges and struggles. And even that can have its positive inflection in that it reminds us to let go and flow. This being said, clarifying the last half of January, first half of February for Gemini 2022. And the final message, Gemini, that we have is the One Ring Circus, the number 15 numerically, which reduces to the 6, which is the year that we're in, 2022, reduces to a 6, which is the year of forward movement and balance and healthier choices and change, you know, leaving choppy storms behind, choppy waters, and moving forward. Now, the energy did come up in the reverse. And again, it's just, you know, suggesting that a lot of, you know, perhaps not maybe a lot of you, but some of you are still in the throes of leaving that one ring circus, that, you know, the one ring circus of the mind, the anxieties, the going round and round and round, and not feeling like you're any further ahead. And of course, that would be the case because you need to release the anxieties of the past, the mental, you know, illusions of the past, the battles of the past. You need to release those so that you can feel the sweet results that Uranus, the planet of the universe, wants to bring into you and for you. And when you hang on to this, you know, a lot of you are still feeling, you know, the lack of forward movement, the lack of balance, the, you know, high anxiety. It's unnecessary, Gemini. This energy is a reminder to release it. Walk away from the one ring circus. Walk away from the mental anxieties within yourself by attuning your mind, you know, transforming your mind to connect with the spiritual council. And when you do that, here you are continuing to clear out the clutter, elevating your consciousness to allow you to move forward. And as a result, the universe sees that you are genuine in your intentions, which we're currently in at this time with the current transits going on. And here you are chiseling a whole new canvas for yourself. New beginnings that are going to create a new stream of income, as the pentacles indicate, having to do with money, investments, resources, because you're feeling strong, and you're feeling strong because you let the past go. You cleared out the clutter, elevated your consciousness, did that transformation in the 8th house that we mentioned earlier in the astrology. And here you are rebuilding a whole new beginning for yourself, Gemini. So let the negative energies go. Let the negative energies of your mental anxieties, release them to the universe. Release them so that you can feel this beautiful new beginning that we're currently in right now with, you know, astrologically speaking, with the new moon in Aquarius. This is the time to set the intention to release the past, let it go, so that you can move forward, for those of you that are resonating. I truly wish for all of you that are resonating with this, and if you are feeling the challenges, to perhaps consider what I am feeling intuitively and suggesting for you to do, because it's coming from the place of spiritual counsel, and it is my hope that it will be of help for you, because you certainly have the ability to let the nonsense of the past go. It hasn't served you, and you don't want to take that into the future. This being said, Gemini, thank you for joining me. For all of those that have tuned in this evening, Spirit Now Incorporated truly appreciates each and every one of you. I wish you abundant blessings. Stay focused on clearing out the clutter, elevating your consciousness, leaving the one ring circus of, you know, the mental anxieties, that I've kept you bound in the past. Let those go. Put those to rest by laying them down so that you can, chisel away at your new beginning. This is what Uranus is asking of you. Flow with that. Flow with those energies. And you will be abundantly blessed, creating a new stream of income for yourself and be able to expand that as this new year unfolds. Keep that in mind, Gemini. I will be back soon with the full moon in Leo forthcoming for the 17th of January, for the 17th of February forecast. Until then, Gemini, stay strong, be still, and know that the universe supports you, and allow that transformation to unfold by letting go of that which isn't serving you so that you can build anew. Stay strong, Gemini, and stay focused. Until next time, Spirit and I Incorporated signing off for now. Good night.